Hi-de-ho everyone, my name's Mr. Fruit and welcome to another episode of Fruit and Chill, and this time around we'll be doing another online card game. Previously we had done Hearthstone, but this time around I'm excited to bring you Gwent. Now I'm not sure if you know about even what Gwent is. If you played Witcher 3, then you're familiar with what Gwent is. It was a card game based in the universe. Hi-de-ho everyone, my name's Mr. Fruit and welcome to another episode of Fruit and Chill. Hi-de-ho everyone, my name's Mr. Fruit and welcome to another episode of Fruit and Chill. This time around we're doing another online card game. Previously we had done Hearthstone and that was a lot of fun, but I'm excited to bring you Gwent, the Witcher card game. So, spoiler alert, this is from Witcher 3, if you've played the game or seen some stuff about it. There's a card game based inside the game about the universe and everything, but it has its own sets of rules and stuff. It's an interesting card game, and people loved it. People just ate that stuff up, so they're like, hey, why don't we make a more fleshed out, fully dedicated version? And that's exactly what they've done. So I've got closed beta access, and I'm excited to share it all with you now. So I'll quickly go over some stuff you all to learn, just so that you know what I'm doing or can try and understand, and then perhaps you can look forward to it. This isn't a sponsored video or anything, but you can go to their website if you want to, I believe, request access to the beta. Perhaps you'll get it in the next wave. Again, Fruit and Chills are just about games I'm playing and enjoying right now. And this is a game that normally I wouldn't make a video on, so it fit the Fruit and Chill criteria perfectly. So if you're familiar with Hearthstone, this will make a lot of sense to you. Cards are separated dependent on faction or neutral cards. So neutral cards are cards that you can play in any deck, because a certain deck you have to align it with a faction, if that kind of makes sense. Same way Hearthstone, like you would have to make a mage deck, which means you can only use neutral cards or mage cards. In this case, you have your neutral cards, but you also have the monster cards, which are the red cards, which you can tell by the banner on the left and sort of the color surrounding the card. We have the Northern Realms, which is probably the deck I'll be using today, which is blue. You have the Soyadale, I don't actually know, don't crucify me, green, and then Skellige, which is purple. They all the decks right now, or all the factions rather, seem to have certain themes to them. This deck, or this faction's theme, seems to hover around reducing a lot of different unit strengths, but yours, like your own units, which doesn't make sense usually. Like, why would you want to do that? But this faction in particular gains a lot of bonuses from weakening your units, which I know you're probably like, what in the world are you talking about? So if you're familiar with Witcher, they've added a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't in the base game. Used to, there wasn't a whole bunch of like combos or strategies. It was sort of like play some stuff, maybe decoy something, play it again. But now there's a lot of different combos and stuff, and I'll show you that with my deck. The last notable thing though is they class things a little differently. And you're like, what are you talking about? You're gonna see here there's bronze cards, there's silver cards, and all these are dictated by the border around the card, and then there's gold cards, and then there's leaders, which you can use to base your deck around. And the way that works is it's sort of similar to Hearthstone, where you have like a hero power, but in this case, whatever your leader is, you can only use their power once an entire game. And so if we had Dagon, he would spawn Biting Frost, Impenetrable Fog, or Torrential Rain. Gaels would set the strength of all non-gold units on one of your rows to 6, and Eredin, which is just the default one you have for monsters, you play Eredin, which is a 10 attack gold card, who's put in the melee row. The melee row. So what matters about the borders is golds can't be affected by weather. So normally weather, let's say you had like Torrential Rain, your siege units would all be reset to like 1 attack. But if you had like this guy, if you had a gold siege unit, he wouldn't be affected and he would remain 6 attack. Silver, I can't tell the biggest difference between them besides the fact that a lot of cards say, you know, target a bronze unit, which means you can't target a silver, and it also means that you can only have so many in your deck. So they limit, I think you can only have 4 gold in a deck, 6 silver, maybe? And then the rest can be bronze. And then the way you build a deck is I think you can have a minimum of 24 cards, but a maximum of 40, which is a lot different to what people are used to. Usually you have a set, but I believe it's a lot similar to Magic the Gathering, where there are both benefits to building a bigger deck and a thinner deck. For me, I have a thinner deck because I have a combo deck, and I want to try and have the best advantage or the best likelihood of drawing my combo rather than a whole variety, if that makes sense. So I'm just thinning down the excess fat, so to speak, so that the meat is truly delicioso. So this is a lot to take in. You're like, all right, well, how about we just start playing? I agree. We're going to go straight into a casual match, and we're just going to try and learn trial by fire. Now, again, I've made my own custom deck. You get one default deck for each faction when you start playing. And it looks like when you queue up with a default deck, they'll also match you up with other people using default decks. Because, yeah, I made a custom deck. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to pwn these noobs. No, it went 0 to 100 real fast. They started putting me up against people who had the craziest things. And I'm like, ugh. So hopefully we'll be able to take out a win or two. Again, I'm still trying to get a whole grasp on it. It can be really difficult. And also, if you want to be cheesy, play monsters. Yep. That's probably about everything we're going to find. I think monsters need a little tuning because... So, what happens, I didn't mention this, each faction has, like, a passive effect they do. So, the Northern Realms, every time a golden card appears on your side of the field, it gains 2 unit or strength or whatever you want to say. On the monster side, in between round, it will randomly choose a monster on their side of the field and keep it in between rounds. You're going to see why this is stupid in a second. I think it should be tweaked because it can choose any unit, a gold unit as well. I think it should be limited to a bronze and maybe a silver unit, not a gold unit. Again, you don't know what I'm talking about. So I get to redraw some cards here. And I'm not really liking what we got here. I don't want that. I don't want that. Oh, we are not the best draw for me. But I think we'll make it do. Yeah, screw it. We'll make this do. Okay, so as per usual, the start of the game, you get to mill 3 cards from your hand if you would like to, which means it'll just get replaced, and you can replace the same slot of the card or whatever. So then the whole way this game works is turn-based system, as the card game goes. I'm not sure. I think whoever goes first is chosen randomly. But the main thing is there's these 3 rows. You have melee, I don't know what exactly they're called, like archer and siege, something like that. And you play them according to that, and then you have an overall strength. So I'm going to start by playing a Reaver Hunter. So you'll see what I mean by a combo deck shortly. But this card, for instance, it adds 1 strength to all my copies of this unit. So in my deck, my Reaver Hunters will now be a little stronger. But also, he has a turn-based mechanic. So within 2 turns, he pulls another dude from the deck, an exact copy, and plays him. And then that one that gets spawned in will then have another timer that will then spawn another. So the max cards of 1 unit you can have in a deck is 3. You can't just stack these up and like infinitely have them. Especially because monster decks... There's a lot of them that say, like, play all these units in your deck. And if that was the case, you'd just have 30 copies of 1 card and just win. Now we want to play the Reinforced Siege Tower. Now, the Reinforced Siege Tower adds 2 strength to this unit whenever a new gold card appears on my side. Now, I'm sitting on 3 gold cards, which means he's going to be getting buffed, as well as these guys. So, like, Siri, return to your hand if you lose the round, is nice because... You might perhaps play this down to pressure them into playing cards, because this game, I would say a lot of it is about card advantage, because you have to win best of 3. So let's say I passed you with 13 strength, and then he passed for whatever reason, and then it went to round 2, I would only have half of this crown complete. You have to get a whole crown. So you don't want to play your whole entire cards around. You want to play around thinking about next turn, or what possibly he might do, and then setting yourself up for different rounds. So again, there's strategy like that. I'm not really sure what he's doing. I don't know why he played Biting Frost. I might actually just pass and then see what he does. He'll play Aridin probably, which makes things a little difficult. But I think we can come back from it just fine. Ha ha ha. Decisions. I'm going to play Siri. And the next turn, no matter what he plays, I'm going to pass. Because he might pass here. I wouldn't be surprised if he passed. Because, well, no, he's pretty much giving up a free round. But you'll see here, it says like I have 8 cards, and he has 8 cards. So again, a big thing you want to play around is card advantage. So the reason, oh, that sucks. So the reason, so Scorch kills the highest unit on the battlefield. And since all of, that's not gold. And since all of them were 5, killed 3 at a time. Now I think I'm just going to pass. He wasted some removal. And he's still going to have to take at least 1 turn, which means he's down 2 card advantage. Which is big to me. And I'll get Siri back. Okay, so he's down a card. So he has some combo synergy there. Now we have to hope. See, this is when it gets a little too dicey. In between round, it's going to keep one. Whoo! That's good and bad. So the prize-winning cow you just saw there, when it gets discarded, it spawns a chort. I believe, yeah. And that's a 9 attack. So it's pretty good for setting up stuff. So we're already down 10 attack, which sucks. So the reason, if you play monsters, the best strategy I've seen, this guy didn't do it. Round 1, you play Aridin. That's your hero power. And he goes down melee and he's 10 attack, right? And then you pass. So you either win off card advantage because odds are 9 times out of 10 your opponent's going to have to play 2, maybe 3 cards just to match around if they want to take it. And if not, you go into the next round and he stays on the battlefield because of the passive. You won a round for free and you have card advantage. That's why I think something needs to be switched by that. That guy didn't do it this round. Suppose he could have something else up his sleeve. I don't know. But I'm going to probably resurrect somebody. So I'm going to... this allows me to resurrect somebody from the graveyard. So I'm going to pull out the Reinforced Siege Tower because we're going to be playing a whole bunch of gold cards this turn. So resurrecting this card also allows me to turn it into a gold unit. And so doing that gave it +2 strength. Remove a random unit in either graveyard from the game and add its strength to this unit. So he got really lucky and ate a 7 attack card from the graveyard. That's not good for us. But now we have to start playing like, you know, balls to the wall. Because if we give away this round, we just lose. That's just how it works. So we have to start getting serious here. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start committing to the Red Anian Elite play. So these guys are a big core of my combo because when 3 of these copies... Yeah, see, that's the Wild Hunt Rider. That's the guy that plays all the copies in your deck. The Red Anian Elite, you'll see right there, whenever 3 or more copies of this unit are present on a row, add 2 strength of them and convert them to gold. And since I'm the Northern Elites, I mean, the cards, you know, limited to that, but because of that, they gain 2 strength. So there's 3 of them that then turn into a 6, that then turn into a gold, that then turn to 8s, which gives me 24 strength. So the way we do that, I only have 1 copy. Well, Reaver Scout lets me choose a friendly bronze unit and play a copy of it from my deck. So I choose that, it spawns it in from my deck, and then my hero passive, it says spawn an exact copy of a friendly bronze unit. So unfortunately, he just did some removal on it, which means he removed 3 strength. So that sucks because I'm going to spawn an exact copy, which means it's only going to be 1 unit of power, which... Is it worth it? I think so. They'll still be useful. So I spawn a copy. They gain strength, they turn gold, and then they gain more. And on top of that, because 3 gold spawn, that gave that 6 strength. So I think it's worth it. Now, he's down to 3 cards. We know what one of them is. It's his hero power, Aridin. So that guaranteed gives him 10 strength. We currently have the upper hand, but we have to keep playing because if we were to pass here 1 with Aridin, we automatically lose. And 2, we don't know how much more he can pressure us with. So Siri is an option, but I want to see if maybe we can hold on to her. I might end up removing some power on the board and giving us some power.
Interesting.
So this removes strength. This is another mechanic they added. Removing strength. If you remove it to 0, it just disappears off the battlefield. That also sucks for us. So Thunderbolt Potion gives like all units with the same name plus 4 strength, or 1 unit like 8 strength. So he has 3 copies of that. They all got plus 4 strength. That sucks, but what are you going to do? Now we must decide what it is Schwishvat to do. I'm thinking Siri might just be the play here. Yeah. Because, I mean, right now, I'm feeling pretty confident, even if this is all we have to play, because we're still up so many cards on him. Whew! Okay, Swallow Potion, that just gave that thing, what? 8? 8 attack, I believe? So, he only has 1 card, Airden, so at max, he can hit 57, which means we just need 4 strength. Which, I don't really want to play any of these because they're going to be useful. But I think we have to do it anyway. So you have to decide what's more useful. Because now I'm just thinking ahead. You know what I mean? Let's just play that guy down. Alright, so now he's going to play Airden. Okay. And he's done. So I'm going to pass. And now for him, he's going to hope that, like, that Chort stays on the battlefield. If so, that sucks. Really, there's no good card for us to sit on the battlefield. Unless it's one of the 1 attacks. We get really lucky. One of the 7s. Okay, that's about medium. So I'll take it. So then, I forgot to mention, after round 1, you draw 2 cards. After round 2, you draw 1 cards. 1 card. Okay, well, my opponent is forfeited. There you go. See, his mistake was he didn't think about card advantage. He played too many cards in between the rounds, so then round 3, it's sort of like a game of attrition, you know, like fatigue. You got to make sure, if the game's going to round 3, that you're ready for round 3. A cool little thing they added is you can send a good game, and what that does is it gives the opponent a little extra. And I haven't run into a person that's yet to send a good game. Maybe this guy's salty and didn't. No, see, okay. It's just sort of like, why wouldn't you? All you have to do is click that, and they get, in this case, 5 extra ore, which is nice. I like that. I like that component. So the one game, I won't get a GG. I'll have to imagine the people were really salty. I don't know. Maybe that's a way to really disrespect your opponent, but I don't. Regardless, send a good game. If you start playing the game, just send a good game. Okay, be a decent human. All right. Well, now that you're completely overwhelmed with everything, we're going to do another game. I know there's a lot to this game, and I'm trying to do it while simultaneously playing and doing stuff, so hopefully I'm explaining it as best as I can. We're playing against a mirror matchup, so we'll see what he does. I personally chose this, so I didn't show it, but the way you open packs is a little different than what you're used to. Let's see what we want to use here. I need to take this out of my deck. I don't really like it, because it doubles the strength of all non-gold units on a row, which is usually useful, but I'm usually turning stuff into gold, which means it doesn't do anything for us. That's really helpful. So we have all of our blue stripe commandos. Got some decent gold units. We don't have enough of those. Northern Elite usually don't play weather, so I don't need clear skies. Reaver Hunt is pretty useful. I'll replace Reinforced Siege Tower. Okay. I'm happy with this hand. Let's accept. I can deal with this. This is alright. So now we have to figure out what his deck is. It's probably going to be same because Northern Elites are a lot. They're very heavily focused on combo cards, like cards that. Yeah, he just played the exact copy. Cards that build upon each other or strengthen like the same copy or all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure he's doing something very similar to what we're doing. Now we have to figure out what we want to expend on turn 1 and what we don't want to expend on turn 1. We're going to need to keep this and this for the 3 Red Anian Elite combo. So we don't want to do that yet. I kind of want to save this combo until next round. So I'm probably just going to play my Blue Stripe Commandos this round and hope that they're enough. They should be enough. But I guess we'll find out together. Oh, really? Alright, we might have just lost round 1. Triss Marigold is a gold. Remove 4 strength from 1 enemy unit. Wow. Alright, well that sucks because now we don't get the bonus Reaver Hunter that we would have. Now I'm debating if I just want to forfeit this match. We'd be at equal card advantage, but he'd be a free round up. It's not necessarily over. It's just debating. I could resurrect Reaver Hunter. I don't know if that's worth it. But we're going to do it, because otherwise it's just going to... Yeah, okay. It's just going to, I think, go out of control a little bit. So we'll do that. And hopefully match this person blow for blow. I don't know what else cards they have, so I'm a little scared. But that's okay. We'll make do. So the game's fun. I mean, if I'm able to pull off another win, that would be a miracle. It's a lot harder. Because again, getting used to this. It's not your average run-of-the-mill game. Run-of-the-mill card game, which is why I like it. There's a lot more strategy and stuff to it. Now, I would almost... no. I'm going to say I would argue that maybe he just passes. I'm all about card advantage. I think... What the fudge, man? Alright, well now this dude's just being rude. So he removed yet another... Well, he removed it again. Which means we're back in the same place we are. That is truly unfortunate. And the problem here is, in 2 turns, this is going to spawn another one. Then they're all going to be 6 attack. And that's on top of the 2 he's already going to be playing. So, it's a question of, you know what? Nah, screw it. I think we just go our commando route. We trust in our blue stripe commandos. They will never fail us. Now again, see? I just look at this. Well, he doesn't know my hand, but I look at him and I'd be like, I'd pass turn. Because he already looks at the board and knows that I'll have to use another card to have greater strength than him. Then going into the next round, he would have a 2-card advantage. Because I guess it depends on the deck, but losing round 1, if it means having a card advantage, I think you'll win 9 times out of 10 usually. It depends on the other guy's deck and if they have a lot of hard counters and stuff. When you run into like weather decks, oh, those are so annoying, which is why I have one clear sky. So we haven't seen weather effects. But like I mentioned, well we saw Biting Frost actually, so it makes certain rows like nullified pretty much. And so clear skies just removes all weather effects. So I have that as like a little tech card, like, well, he's playing Blue Stripes Commando. What a noob. I'm playing Blue Stripes Commando. Yep, so now he plays the Reaver Commander and has greater strength than us, unfortunately. He could continue to play Blue Stripes. Oh, don't tell me that's a Thunderbolt Potion. Alright, now I think we just concede this round. Okay, so let's see. This guy gives 3 to 3 friendly non-gold units. And then he's also a gold that would gain 2, so he would gain 7 attack, and then he gives 9 attack, which is 16, which actually puts us ahead. So I'm going to do that.
Clouds gather over Temeria.
Boom. Your move, nerd. Problem is, still within the turn, he's going to get another... Oh no, all of his Reaver Hunters are out, aren't they? Okay, we're fine. Add 4 strength to 1 friendly non-gold unit. So that adds 8 strength to his board, which means we have to answer 8 strength, which I can't do. I don't want to have to use my power to copy a Blue Stripe Commando, because then this combo just can't exist. We could possibly get it with card draw. We could resurrect a non-gold unit. I want to save that card though, because here's a nice play. You can use this to resurrect this to then resurrect another one. Ooh, fancy. So, I mean, if we want to take this round, that's the only play we have, unfortunately. So I think we do it. Plain exact copy. And then hope that the bonus strength helps us out here. Now he has to match 11 attack, which isn't easy. Hopefully it'll put us at card advantage going into the next round.
You one of us or not?
Okay. Alright, and he has advantage. Rip. Alright. So this dude's useless because I don't have any bronze unit that I can play from my deck. All the copies of Blue Stripes have been played. At this point, I guess I'd have to play Reinforced Siege Tower. Really wanted to save that for next round. Because I don't know what he has or how much he can... This is turning into a clown fiesta, isn't it? I don't like it. But see, I want to save that combo for next round. These are the weirdest. Like, do I want to concede this round? Am I happy with this? I just don't have a good play going into the next round, and he could very easily match mine. Screw it. I'm playing Reinforced Siege Tower. Let's see what he has to answer. There's got to be some way that... Oh, really? Good news about that is... Reinforcement's a pretty big card, and he wasted it on this turn. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. That's also quite a few cards gone from his deck. He can't draw any more Reaver Hunters or anything. I'm alright with losing it now. I feel like he used... We might be at the same card advantage, but I felt like he used more resources. So I want to say I have the edge. We'll find out. Is he really gonna play another card? Oh, that sucks. So Adrenaline Rush, that little fist you see on the guy, that just makes it so in between rounds they don't die. So he's going to be headed into round 2 with 13 attack guaranteed. But he only has... Yeah, he's down 1 card to us. And we got really lucky and got Red Alien Elite. And we got Promote, which ain't too shabby. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play this from the start, though. Oh, no, it's his turn. Oh, what are you doing, noob? So what I think we're going to do is we're going to resurrect Nanik and then use her to either resurrect a Reinforced Siege Tower or a Reaver Hunter. Siege Tower probably, because it probably gain more in the long run because, well, probably not. We're going to have at least 3 golds appear on the field, which gives us 6 strength, but Reaver Hunter gives so much. So he's using this card. That turns it into a gold and buffs that even more. He's already got 28 attacks, so he's looking pretty scary. But I think we're going to be okay. I think we will stand a chance together. That turns it into gold. Very nice. Your move, un capitan. Unfortunately, all my cards are going to be gold. So this is kind of a useless endeavor. We might have just lost because I forgot he can't Hero Power completely copy that. He's already at 45 attack with 2 cards left. I don't know if we have that much in my hand right now. You know what I mean? But we're going to hope we do. Now we should be okay. And if not, well played. He had a good combo. Oh! And now I regret milling the clear skies. The one time, man. The one freaking time. So... we go here. I gotta spawn a cop. I mean, this is literally all we have left. And unfortunately, it turns him into 1 attacks. So that's only gonna give us 15 attack, which might mean we lose. Maybe? It's gonna be really close. I don't want to do the math because it'll get in my head. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. No, I think we lose. No, we don't. Hold on. I promote these guys, turn into gold, gain. Oh! 1 attack, baby. That's all that matters. Round 3, and we all have no cards. It's literally whoever I forgot to take that out of my deck too. Okay, I think we lost. Wow.
Quill is mightier
That
than a
sucks.
sword.
We have 2 attack. Don't have... Wait. Neither of us. We both win. Yeah. Never had that happen before. Fair enough. Wow, that was a bloody war. That was all out. Yeah, GG, well played. Thanks to my opponent. So nobody wins, though. That's kind of lame. So you can, like, level up and stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I suppose that's the gist of Gwent. Thank you very much for joining me. I've been enjoying myself. Again, these are sort of selfish videos, showing off games that I enjoy. So hopefully I explained it in a way that you were able to follow, or in a way that interested you, and perhaps you want to go try it yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day. I'll talk to you in the next one. Farewell.